thing on? Mic check, give me the mic, 1, 2, 3. It works, guys, it works, Billy. Billy, you look good, so that's about how much you'll contribute to this. Hey, I want to take I don't even know if we're started yet, I'm just doing this on my own. I want to take a poll, a show of hands, as who would watch a show called The Paranormal Outlaws with me and Billy Ghost Hunting. Look, every hand in the building except for yours. He's out there very long.
Oh, okay. Starts right there.
Yeah.
Hey, do any of you guys have a podcast?
No. Nobody does here. Oh, wait, no, I do, actually. I have a podcast. Have any of you guys heard it?
You got a podcast?
Yeah, he's heard it. There's still one here.
One person.
What about Darby Allen?
Heard your
Oh, that's not Darby Allen. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a podcast. It's called Oh You Didn't Know with BT Rose on James. Anywhere you can have a podcast, really. You can find it. Oh, they did not know. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate the promotion.
So we got Ron just for a little bit. Does anybody have any questions for Ron right off the bat?
Besides you. Besides that. Yeah.
Who was the idea that gave you your famous catchphrase, damn? Who's the idea with that one?
I'm my wife. Said it took me all the time. So I started. No, man. I think that caught on though when I was getting hurt, like I said, get hurt or somebody screw up something in the ring and Billy being stiff, getting knocking the teeth out and stuff, and I just say, damn.
Hey, Ron, do you remember the time we were working with you and John, me and Billy, and the top rope broke? It was on Monday Night Raw, and the top rope broke, and you took the metal part of the turnbuckle and hit Billy right in the face.
Just as hard as I could.
That was the first time you ever heard me say damn.
Yeah, but that's how I got more, man. Right, just from some screw-ups, all the time.
So what drew you guys to the wrestling industry? What made you want to become pro wrestlers?
For me and Ron, it was both my dad.
Yeah, almost truly. Truly. And this is truly the honest story. My grandmother was a huge fan of his father, right? Bob Armstrong, right? And we had no choice but to be quiet, sit there and watch this show. What's the Georgia Channel?
Yeah.
Whenever that came on, and all the others did that. When Bob Armstrong came on, she said, shut up, be quiet, and believe me, she meant it. Okay? Right, and that's right there. It was the hook for me, and from him, and of course, with the big arms he had, probably due to me being interested in weights, and so that really was a starting point of me, being hooked on professional wrestling, through his father. So I'm grateful to his father for that, Wow.
How about the Paranormal Outlaws? Who? Show of hands. We're also going to talk about this on my podcast. Thursday, I believe it drops. Anywhere you can get your podcast. I think it's Spotify. That does. That's coming, right?
I'm looking at that little kid back there. I see a question that he's been wanting to ask you right there. Right? What is it? I know you think it's what? Huh? I can tell you want to ask you something, right? What was it? Huh? Right. You want to ask him something about his podcast?
Was it? You have a podcast question? Oh, no. So back to the Paranormal Outlaws.
All right, next.
All right, so we did a panel at a show a month or so back, and I asked New Age Outlaws who was their favorite opponents, and APA was brought up. Why don't you guys talk a little bit about your working together?
Well, look, that's easy.
That's why I'm sitting over there.
That's an easy easy one to answer, brother. Listen. See, when you get in the ring with somebody like Billy, Jesse, Brian, you know, look, it's an easy flow, okay? Yeah, there's no guessing, there's no worried about you getting crippled, hurt, or anything of that nature. You know, you're going to have a good match, you know? So, for me and John, you know, whenever we saw that, it was like, thank you, God. Okay, right, you know, yeah. So,
and then when we saw their name next to ours, we said, damn! No, it is easy. It's easy. Look, we were both young and hungry and early, and so they were raw bone, big men, you know what I mean? And so we had real good times. Hitting each other really hard.
Yeah,
it's kind of
really
weird.
hard.
It's kind of weird, but it was really fun.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, man. You know, we love working with them. Which all of them have been like that.
Sir, where did you get your shorts? I guess I have a question for the audience now.
Yeah.
If you would stand up, please, and walk across the. If you would model it for me, please.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. You have a future in modeling.
Right.
So, talking about the Attitude Era, for you guys in the locker room, was it that big of a deal as the Monday Night Wars sort of made it out to be, or was that more corporate and fan involved for you guys?
I mean, so I covered this actually, and now it's not even funny anymore. But on my podcast, we talked about that. But for me personally, and I think I can speak for Billy too, since he's not contributing anything. I think it was more of an office and a fan thing because we were just having a good time and making money and doing what we were doing, you know, what we love to do. And so I wasn't, look, we were conscious of it. It wasn't like we were ignoring the fact, but it wasn't like my brothers were there. I didn't want them to go out of business or anything, you know what I mean? So yes, I wanted to beat them in the ratings so we could say, hey, we beat them in the ratings. That's what I did for you. You know what I mean? So it wasn't personal to me, as it was, I'm sure, to your point, to people in the upper echelon in that higher circle. I'm sure it was very competitive and real to them. You know?
Yeah, and I just didn't give a damn. Okay, right, right, yeah. But the Attitude Era, as we like to refer to it, well, yeah, I absolutely consider that to be the best period of time, without a doubt. You know, from when you go back and look at the broad spectrum of both companies, brother, you know, there was equal amount of talent on both ends, you know, right. And everybody took care.
So great, and there was a lot of talent to go around.
Exactly.
At the time.
You know what I mean? Yeah, right. Everybody, you know, kind of took pride in what they were doing, you know? Right, yeah, you know, so yeah, I do consider that to be one of the best periods of time. Yeah, no doubt.
You were part of the Acolytes before APA, and Undertaker got a little weird during that time. He was sacrificed.
God.
That was really over the top.
It's an Undertaker.
He's dead.
He's dead.
So just kind of talk about working in that stable.
Bro, listen, anybody that heard, whenever they saw that name up, Undertaker.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that, well, of course, that's what it was like. You know what I mean? Because you knew it was going to be good. You were going to get good reaction and feedback from the fans. You know, like, yeah, you know, anytime, brother, being attached to him on any level. And needless to mention, working with him, brother. Hey, great guy, great man, every aspect about it. You know, yeah. I'm not just kissing his ass, but he's good, you know.
Yeah, very few you can't say nothing bad about.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know, it's right. He's one, absolutely.
So,
Are you on Twitter?
It's on my notes. Live tweeting.
I'm trying to just pigtail.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, I'm out.
So, pretty easy question, but do you think there'll never be anything close to the Attitude Era ever again?
I think that's the same.
I don't think so, but I think it's a bigger conversation to have than just wrestling being different. The times are different, society's different, short attention span, so it's different. It's different. Today's different, you know what I mean? So I often wonder, like I think the wrestling, watching my father wrestling was the best wrestling I've ever seen in my life. Well, then the Attitude Era came along and I was involved in it and I was like, well, this is pretty cool too. So it makes me wonder, was I young and impressionable and really loved that era? And is that the case today? 25 years ago, did you love that era? But now you're 25 years older and you have children and maybe in the house, no, and you know what I mean? And so wrestling's not cool to me anymore because my priorities have changed. So I dig a little deeper when I just say, oh, it was great then. Well, today, I guarantee you, 10 years ago, there was some John Cena kids that would have told you there ain't never been a better wrestler in the world. You know what I mean? So it just goes like that. So it may circle around and be a hot thing. It's not bad right now, to be quite honest with you. To be a wrestling fan right now is pretty freaking good. Like everybody's kind of up and running, and live events are back after the pandemic, and so man, wrestling's alive and well. I just wish one of you hire me. Just go anywhere. Is somebody gonna hire me or what?
Yeah, but like you say, it's doubtful that you'll ever get it back fully, place like it was, right? And you hit it dead on the head where things changing, people wearing all their emotions on their sleeve. Now, at the drop of a hat, you can't say too much because, take for instance, I came out as Farouk in today's society and said, I want to kill every white son.
I bought the shirt.
I drove every USA Today outside of the building. Every gun owner would be outside of the building while you black son of Yeah, now you get away. Not today.
Yeah, I got a little question for the Monday Night Wars there. But back then in Monday Night Wars, there when WCW and WWE were having a fight there. You remember back in the DX days, Triple H, Michaels, and the rest of the crew, they actually took the battle tank and actually marched down to the WCW headquarters of the tag there. Did actual people in the city actually freaked out there, or they knew what was going on?
We got detained by the officers of the law. But that was all part of it too. Yeah, that was in Norfolk. We went to the Scope during Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Pro, or whatever the flip it was called. And then we did go to WCW to their headquarters, and that's where we got detained. And we kind of had to cut that skit short.
Yeah, they really got in trouble there bringing an actual tank.
Yeah, well, thank God it wasn't an actual tank. It was just we rented a Jeep from a guy who had like a DeLorean and a Jeep and a General Lee. Like he had like a couple of cool iconic cars, and so we rented that Jeep from him and just over there. V8 shorts. Oh man.
Have you ever been funny?
Hold on a minute. But being funny, like.
How you mean funny?
Are you defining funny?
You were the one who made the chuck.
No.
I just made one 2 seconds ago. Yeah, no, look, a lot of mistakes were made, especially on live television. You go out there and you got this big dude, and that big dude, and other big dudes fly around, things happen, mistakes are made. So you just try to do the best you can to keep everybody safe. Go ahead, sir.
Who do you think would win a match? You and Bailey versus Triple H and Shawn?
Billy, who do you think would win between me and you and Shawn and Hunter?
Oh, hands down, me and Brian.
What?
That's what you were thinking too, right?
Why, Billy? Why do you think that?
Because we're men and really tough.
Is that past the censor?
That's what my wife said. I had a question for Ron. Bigger moment. Winning the WCW championship or being drafted by the Cleveland Browns?
You know what, man? That's I'm grateful to the Browns, right, for that opportunity they gave me, right? But I'm gonna have to give a slight edge to the championship. Yeah, because I mean, Billy and Brian, both they can tell you, listen, no matter what's said about this business we're in, brother, look, we all strive to get there, okay? And it looks, like it's easy on TV, but trust me, it's a hard task to get. up there, all right? Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. Besides that, I took a lot of stiff blows from Vader. Yeah, real ones, okay? Yeah.
You know, and being a company giving you their title,
Yeah.
whether this is all real or not, that's a big step. You know what I mean? They're trusting you to be the representative for their company and their champion. So that's a big. It's real. It's one of the real parts of the phony baloney.
That's right.
Well, you guys keep saying real and not, but then you talk about working stiff and beating the hell out of each other. How do you get that balance so you really don't hurt someone?
Training, bro. Okay, yeah. Trust me. Okay.
Yeah, just don't stand nowhere near their face.
Yeah. You know, look, you really do. You know, you got to take a lot of pride in not to get out there, and not only yourself, but look, not to take pride in not trying to get out there and kill someone else. Because this is some dangerous stuff. Okay, believe it or not, you know. Hey, you can get out there and know what you're doing. I'm sure we've seen, you know, everybody's seen what you're at. You know, so you gotta take pride in it, and enough to where it look good to the people, not missing a guy by 10 feet and still falling down there. Right, yeah, you know, so it take pride in what you do.
Yeah, and that was the deal back then, is you took pride in making everything look as good as possible.
That's right.
That's where the work comes in. That's where the word of working comes in. Nowadays, you see people just kicking the crap at each other, and I'm thinking, I'm not emotionally invested in that. I may go, ooh, he hit too hard. That's not what I'm looking for as a performer. I'm looking for those people to be emotionally invested in me and care if I'm getting hurt. It's kind of just part of the spots now. So I think they got to get back to working a little bit.
You just said the magic word, but some people don't understand what that encompasses when you say work. You know?
Yeah, because you were in ECW and you did a lot of hardcore matches, and you were able to find ways to, you know, still tell a story without just beating the hell out of each other. And I think that's kind of lost to you guys, like the storytelling in general.
Definitely. Okay? For real. Bro, you used to be a good. Look, I come up and I'm very fortunate, man, to come through several generations, right? I come in where I used to sit back behind the curtains and be in awe of watching the story was being told in the ring, okay? You know, so that's what you do. You tell the story in the ring without saying a word, you know? And I do believe that art is taking a step back now, you know? I think it's giving way to a lot of acrobatics, you know what I mean? Why? Now, if you sit out there and order, hey, you want to be captivated, brother, by what's being told in the storyline, in the ring, as well as how the match is going. You know, that's just me. You know?
Yeah, a lot of the times today you see it's called, I call it a car crash. Because look, a car crash is attractive on the other side of the road. That's why everybody slows down to look.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody in that car. And so I'm not emotionally attached or invested to anybody in that car. So you have to establish yourself to me as the viewer first, and then maybe some of that stuff will mean something. It doesn't mean it's just movements, it's just running and bumping into each other until I know who you are as a character or as a performer, and I have a feeling for you one way or the other. I hate you, or I love you, or oh, this guy does some cool shit, or whatever. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. But I gotta know a little bit about the person before I give a crap, whether they can come back flip or not. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm a stickler for being, if you're going to be a bad guy, be a bad guy, okay? You can't get out there and be on the fence, you know, trying to look good as well as the guy that, you know, supposed to be representing me and the shining armor, not the shining armor, you be a bad guy, you know? I think that we're getting away from that, you know?
It's funny, I saw the clip of Stone Cold and Triple H wrestling once, and Stone Cold was the babyface and Triple H was the heel, and someone came in and attacked Stone Cold. Stone Cold went that way, and Triple H just beat the living hell out of him. Yeah. And that was just to show that Stone Cold wasn't going to harm a fan and be a baby and, you know, go against that. I just think that's a hell of a level to go to.
Well, if you come in the ring while we're wrestling, every foot in there should be stomping holding you. They're just a helicopter of fists and arms, feet, knees.
All the way through.
Yeah, until security parts him out.
So, New Age Outlaws had a little feud with Legion of Doom.
Yes.
Talk
Legion of Doom, just a little. It was actually where they did the honors for us and gave us the tag titles, and it kind of jump-started our career, to become quite honest with you. From my point of view anyway, Billy's not going to give you his perspective. He also doesn't know what the word perspective means. I forgot what we were talking about. Now, Legion of Doom. So if you think about it, like Legion of Doom, for some of you older people, or they were the ones. That's the king tag team right there. And so I know they were a little longer in the tooth when we finally got to them. But look, it was fun working with them. It really was, because I was kind of in awe. I don't know if Billy was a fan when he was younger, but I was younger watching. And Georgia Championship Wrestling, they just came from Minnesota. They would just come in the ring, beat the crap out of people, throw them out. It wouldn't even be a match. It was just like, oh my God, these guys are awesome. And then fast forward 15 years later, I'm working them on pay-per-view, you know what I mean? And they're going to do the honors for us and give us the titles. And so it's, a lot of respect for both those guys. Really good friends with Mike, with Hawk. Good friends with Joe too. God rest his soul, both of their souls. But better friends with Mike. Just got along better with him. We were both great lunatics. Oh yes. He backed me up one time. Billy attested this. He backed me up one time in a live event. Hawk did, and put me in the corner and just punched me right in the face. And I mean, just punched me right in the face. And I just rolled out of the ring and ran all the way back. And Jack Lanza was standing there watching, and he goes, "What are you doing, kid? You leave Billy out there all on his own." And I go, "Yeah, he can handle it."
So talk a little bit about how you guys became part of DX.
So, believe it or not, I've talked about this a lot on my podcast too. Guys, you can go back and catch it. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. I think you can watch it on YouTube. What was your question again? I'm too busy plugging my.
Just talk about when.
We were added to DX.
Yes.
So for me, and I talked about this, so I talked about it a lot. But I look, they put us together. We started to get over. In my mind, thinking back, I'm thinking Sean was about to go get back surgery, and they had just started, like the one with them in China and Rick Rude, and all. So it literally just kicked off. I think they saw we were getting over. I think they thought, oh, these guys can do some job for us, and fun for us. I literally think that's right. Look, I don't think that's bad. I don't. It's the reason I chose. The reason I chose Billy as my partner, so he can take all the heat. Beat up all the time. No, but I think they saw us. We were getting over, and they said, "Hey, this will be a good thing." And look, I think they were right in the long run. Whoever's idea that was, they came to us and told us, and like we said, we talk about it. But I thought, like, it's just like he said, when your name's next to Undertaker, when your name's next to Hunter and Sean, you know you're going to be presented in a positive light on television. And so that was good for me personally, good for me professionally, and Billy made a ton of money.
Any other questions from the audience for these guys? Okay, we got one right here.
What do you think about your time in TNA?
I did like my time at TNA. I talked about this on my podcast. I figured I had to say that. I did. All these topics that are coming up, you can go and listen to them. Subscribe, hit the 5-star button. YouTube, the whole deal. So look, I liked my time there. Going back and watching a lot of that stuff made me realize some of my best mic work was at TNA. That's weird to say, but it was more of a free-for-all kind of promo kind of stuff. And so some of my best mic work was down there. But it was a bad time in my life, personally. You know what I mean? It was a dark time. And so I don't remember it fondly. But when I watched it back, I thought, okay, there's some cool stuff there. You know what I mean? It was all right. I didn't suck. Much.
You're talking TNA, you were just talking about, but what about the DX intrusion? You and Billy was trying to get at Triple H and Shawn when they were just first coming back. Like how was that working?
So it didn't work at all. It was basically the same thing we did with DX invading WCW, just on a much smaller scale. You know what I mean? It was the same concept of let's let's go over there and mess with them and see what happens. You know what I mean? And the truth be told, they never looked back, and you know what I mean. They never noticed us because we were on a smaller scale. But it was a decent little storyline to put us back together and do that, and it got people like, we didn't know. What if they showed up, or what if they, you know what I mean? Even if they don't, we're telling stories, week to week television. We gave a lot of time to cut promos, like I said. Billy just looked really good standing next to me. Yeah, he looked good, Johnny. Good. Oh, you good.
I got a question for Ron there.
Yeah.
Who gave the idea? Whose idea was it to make the tag team between you and Bradshaw?
You know, I think Jack had a lot, Atlanta had a lot to do with that, right? I think he saw the, out of the ring antics we both did, like getting drunk and getting in fights and tearing up people's bars, right?
Not the AJ.
Yeah, right. Which was real, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think he said, hey, they had the similar background, football, right? Said, hey, let's just give this a shot and see where it goes, right? And plus, we already, we're good friends, right? And so, and it stuck us together, right? And look, it was a natural flow, man. Yeah, it was just a good fit for both of us. And it was right at the right time for both of us, right? So, yeah, and I'm very grateful,
Who's a better tag partner, John or Butch Reed?
Oh, man, I'd have to flip a coin on that one, right? But honestly, I'm going to have to get the edge go to my partner, with our pressure, right? Yeah, I got to go to the edge there, because Butch and I got some real fights. Real fights.
Enough said.
Okay? Yeah, okay, right. Some real ones.
All right, we got time for one last question right there.
Okay, this is going to be a tough one. It's for all three of you. Based upon all your experience in wrestling, right now in AEW and WWE, which male and female wrestler are going to lead each respective company into the future?
Yeah. So let me.
Who do you think's the future of each company right now? Which male and which female wrestler?
Yeah. Right. Ron will whoop your ass.
Yeah.
I know.
Just let that out there. I've seen it happen.
That was a really good question, man. I know what I be honest with you, I never have, at this point, I hadn't even gave that any thought. And be honest with you, because I think part of the reason I didn't and haven't given it any thought, because I just really hadn't looked at it from that standpoint.
Yeah, sure.
Because I hadn't seen anything that really just jumped out to say, right, hey, this is going to be the guy or the girl, that's going to, represent this on into the future, right? And I'm not just saying that, but I just really haven't. I really haven't given that much of a thought.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is an obvious answer, but I also think Becky and Seth are doing some of the best stuff they've ever done right now. Really going out on a limb with their characters and their choices, and I think it's paying off for them, because I think they just seem like friggin' stars right now. I think Wardlow, I believe is his name. They're starting. Why is everybody pointing to somebody? Is he? Yeah. No, I think that dude. I think that dude has the possibility. Ox Baker Jr. You get the yeah. So I think. Yeah. We're screwed. So I think Seth and Becky are doing great stuff. Look, I'll tell you, on the women for WWE, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are both incredible athletes. I don't know if Rhea Ripley has the look that Vince wants to make the champion, but I don't know that you can hide from it too much. They've made some decisions lately that I think are progressive in comparison. You know what I mean, to the moves he usually makes. So I think they got a ton of stars. The other place, Wardlow. Look, I think you can have a great star, and this is going to get a lot of heat, and I give him crap. But Darby Allin's great. He's doing all kind of great shit. He's also 150 pounds. I want to see a man beat up another man. You know what I mean? I don't want to see it, and that's just me. I don't want to see my high school dude. Like if I saw him at the gas station without his pants on, I wouldn't wouldn't think nothing about it. If I saw Wardlow at the gas station, I'd go, damn. So that, and look, that's, I don't mean anything by that.
So that's where faith comes in.
He's a great guy. Yes, he's a great guy. I just met him for the first time. He's a great guy. But I don't know. Go ahead.
300-pound man, that's one pick.
Yeah, I want to hear from Billy.
So I was going there, actually. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, I'll let you go.
So I'm a little biased, but I think as soon as they turn my kids loose, they're going to be awesome.
Well, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
When they can finally get to do something with them and find out who they are and what they are, they're going to be really good. Not because they're my kids, but they got their shit figured out. They are really good.
Got the pedigree.
Their heads on their shoulders. They kind of know the business. They've been around it their whole life. Girl-wise for us, I think Toni Storm has something. I don't know what it is yet. I was just watching her Wednesday night, I think, and there's something about her. I just don't think she's found herself just yet.
Yeah, she's not there yet, but she can be.
She can be. There's something there. It drives me nuts when I watch people know there's something there and I can't figure it out. But I'll get to it. But I think she'll be really good. The other company I really don't know much about. So sure.
Who's the woman champion at AEW? Is Britt Baker?
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. Who is?
Jade Cargill is currently.
Oh yeah, is she the TV champion or something? She's incredible looking. That woman is not bad to look at.
All right, Brunson, I got a couple more here, right there.
When can we expect paranormal outlaws?
Oh! He said, when can we expect the paranormal outlaws? So let's do we have a second? So, yeah, oh yeah, it writes itself. So the thing behind the paranormal outlaws is I love paranormal activities. I'm scared to death of it, but I like watching it on TV. Billy won't even watch it on TV. Billy is really scared of the possibility of a ghost. How many of you would watch to see his big ass run and scream at the
There you go. There's the show right there.
Yeah, I would too.
There's the show. That's the show.
And me and him seeing like something and just running fast and screaming in different directions, running to the wall and stuff like that. It's funny, Billy. It writes itself. He got mad last night because we were talking about it. Go ahead, sir.
Do you guys feel the tag team wrestling is finally starting to make a comeback?
Yeah, I think AEW has a really strong tag team division. Billy's kids included, and I wanted to kind of piggyback off what Billy said about his kids. His kids have something that very few do today, and that's the ability to entertain. And that's nobody's trying to entertain me anymore. Everybody's just trying to out-wrestle me. And guess what? If I wanted to watch wrestling, I'd watch the friggin' Olympics. I want to be entertained. Even if it's professional wrestling, you still have to entertain. You can wrestle and have a great 5-star match, but I gotta have some entertainment somewhere on my show. Or else I'm just watching I don't know what.
And just speaking of, like you just said, listen, man. Look, there's been a lot of people, a lot of, singers come down, right, from passed on, kids and women, that have come, from their fathers, passed on down. But look, that don't mean they're going to be good. Okay? Right, all right?
Anybody remember David Flair?
But see, Billy's got athletic kids, okay? Right? So look, we do look for good things from them, right? Just because they have to, brother, don't mean it, Yeah.
Out of all your feuds with different tag teams, all the different companies you worked for, which one stands out the most? I mean, for me, watching you guys as a kid, it was Cactus Jack and Terry Funk matches where everything was, out the window, and people were getting thrown in dumpsters off the stage and everything. But as far as both of you, who's the tag team that stands out the most for you?
I mean, we've kind of covered it. I think I love working with these guys. And look, I wouldn't love working with these guys today, but when I was 25, and felt like getting at it, you know what I mean? When we were younger and it didn't matter a little bit as much.
Yeah.
I love working with them. Look, I also, to your point, Cactus and Terry Funk, after getting the titles put on us by the Road Warriors, and then we have the dumpster feud with them, like, we're really on our way now. You know what I mean? We've really stepped it up, and we're in semi-mains and main events all over the country. So to both those iconic teams, the Warriors and Funk and Mick, thank you. You know what I mean? Everybody before me did it for me, and we did it for everybody after us. The Usos, you know what I mean? That's what you do. You know?
Alrighty, on that note, we want to thank you guys for taking some time. Put your hands together.
Come on. You didn't know.